The happiness of pursuit. He goes out in the mild afternoon, a net over his shoulder like a man carrying a small, improbable flag. In the yard, the butterflies are already at their usual work, drifting from lilac to fence post, then lifting suddenly as if called away by a name he cannot hear. He follows them through the grass, careful at first, then less so, his shoes darkening with damp, his shadow stumbling ahead of him like an accomplice. He's sincere about it. This isn't one of those symbolic errands men invent to avoid the garage or the long table of unanswered mail. He wants, honestly, to catch one. He wants to bring the net down in that clean, expert arc he's admired in others, the brief white tent collapsing around a morsel of color in airborne indecision. The butterflies won't cooperate. They tilt away at the last second, float upward over his reach, wander off in a casual style. He turns and follows another, the yellow one now, then the pale blue one that seems stitched from sky. Hours pass this way, measured not by clock hands, but by the opening and closing of his empty net, by the bursts of running that make him laugh at himself, then breathe harder. What would happen if he actually caught one, if at last the net held firm, then his hands, entering carefully the frail chamber of mesh and sunlight, closed around the soft machinery? He suspects everything would diminish at once. The butterfly would become too real, a body, a twitchy set of wings, a small insistence on being let go. Better to keep moving through the garden, watched by roses, ignored by bees, his hat askew, his net flashing now and then in the sun like a thought he can't quite secure. When at last the butterflies disappear into their folded sleep, he walks home empty handed, full of what he really wanted, the chase, the failing, the whole shimmering business of not quite getting.